In this video, we'll be taking a look at 4 NHL games happening on October 14th, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 8 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 4 NHL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Toronto Maple Leafs versus Nashville Predators. Toronto hosts Nashville tonight at Scotiabank Arena. Both teams played yesterday, so this is a back-to-back spot where depth and goaltending matter most. Nashville took care of Ottawa with a 4-1 win. Toronto outshot Detroit 40-15 but still lost 3-2. Those two results set the stage for this matchup. The Predators left Ottawa with confidence. They got 2 goals from Jonathan Marchessault, steady veteran scoring from Ryan O'Reilly, and 31 saves from Juuse Saros. That combination, timely goals and reliable goaltending, travel well even in the second half of a back-to-back. Toronto generated plenty of chances against Detroit but could not finish enough of them. They carried the puck, fired from everywhere, and still came up short. That makes the contrast sharp. Nashville finished their chances, Toronto did not. When teams skate on no rest, the small details make the difference. A hot goalie saves energy for his team. A winger finding the net lifts the bench. Toronto at home will push tempo and throw pucks at the net again, but without cleaner finishing, the edge shifts toward the side that can combine volume with results. Nashville showed that last night, and that form leans their way. As our first pick for this matchup, the Nashville Predators to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Nashville's 4-1 win in Ottawa landed on 5 goals. Toronto's 3-2 loss to Detroit also landed on 5 goals. Both games stayed below tonight's listed line of 6. That is not coincidence. Early season hockey often trends tighter. Skaters are still settling into rhythm, legs are heavy on back-to-backs, and defensive structure keeps games closer to the vest. The numbers support this. Saros just stopped 31 of 32. Toronto created 40 shots and scored only twice. That tells us 2 things. One goalie is sharp, and one offense is still struggling to convert volume into goals. Put those together, and the safer call is on a total that finishes below the board rather than running high. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. New York Rangers versus Edmonton Oilers. Connor McDavid and the Edmonton Oilers travel to Madison Square Garden on Tuesday night to face the New York Rangers. The season is still young, but the Rangers have been a team of extremes through their first 4 games. They have won 2 contests in convincing fashion, scoring a combined 10 goals in those victories. In their 2 defeats, however, they failed to score at all. The offense has been feast or famine, and the question now is whether they can find some consistency. One possible opportunity comes in the form of Edmonton's starting goaltender, Stuart Skinner. After a difficult postseason earlier this year, he entered this season under scrutiny. That pressure has only increased after a shaky start. In his first outing against the Calgary Flames, Skinner allowed 3 goals on just 21 shots. For a Rangers team looking for a breakout performance at home, this matchup could provide the chance to put together a strong offensive showing. Edmonton, meanwhile, enters this game with a record of 1-0-1 and is coming off a 3-1 win over the Vancouver Canucks on Saturday. This trip to New York marks the Oilers' first game on the road this season, and it also begins a demanding 6-game swing through the East Coast. The Oilers have been slow starters in recent years, and opening a trip of this length against Igor Shesterkin makes for a difficult assignment. Shesterkin has been outstanding in the early part of the season, turning aside 83 of 85 shots across his first 3 appearances. He sat out New York's game against Washington on Sunday, which sets him up to start in this contest. As our first pick for this matchup, the New York Rangers money line is our full game side pick. Looking more closely at New York, they have taken 2 of their last 3 games, and even in their most recent defeat they managed to create steady pressure and generate shots. The Rangers have yet to earn a win at home, starting the season 0-2-0 at Madison Square Garden. Edmonton, on the other hand, will be skating in its first road game. The Oilers struggled with defensive lapses against Calgary, allowing 2 goals that can only be described as soft. They did rebound against Vancouver, but this matchup poses a much greater challenge. With New York's steady play in goal and their ability to dictate pace, there is reason to believe they can limit Edmonton's offensive output. Our second selection for this matchup is under the projected total as the full game total pick. Montreal Canadiens versus Seattle Kraken. The Seattle Kraken head to Montreal on Tuesday night to face the Canadiens at Bell Center. Montreal will have the natural boost of opening their season at home, and that setting usually gives them an edge in close matchups. Even so, the stronger play may come from Seattle. The Kraken have started the season with steady defensive structure, and they enter this game having dominated recent meetings against Montreal. In the last two matchups between these clubs, Seattle has scored 13 goals, showing they can generate offense against this opponent. The Kraken are giving up a high volume of shots, but goaltender Joey Daccord has held firm in the crease and carried them through difficult stretches. As our first pick for this matchup, the Seattle Kraken money line is our full game side pick. Looking at the numbers, Seattle is producing 2.5 goals per game and has converted on 20% of its power play chances. Their offense has not been overwhelming, but it has been steady enough to keep them in every game. Defensively, the Kraken are giving up just 1 goal per contest while killing off 75% of opposing power plays. Their ability to limit damage, even when allowing pressure, has been the main reason for their early success. Montreal comes into this game averaging 3.33 goals per outing, matching Seattle's power play efficiency at 20%. Their offense has shown flashes of balance across the lineup, and they have capitalized when given space. On the defensive side, the Canadiens are giving up 2.67 goals per game and are stopping 80% of power play attempts against them. That puts them in a solid position to hold their ground, even if Seattle manages to test them with sustained pressure. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Washington Capitals versus Tampa Bay Lightning. The Washington Capitals begin a 4-game stretch at home by hosting the Tampa Bay Lightning. Last season, Tampa Bay struggled in games played on consecutive nights. Washington, on the other hand, often made the most of its rest advantage in those situations. The Capitals have opened the season with steady defensive play, and this looks like another spot where they can use that strength. I expect Washington to defend home ice effectively. As our first pick for this matchup, the Washington Capitals money line is our full game side pick. On offense, Washington has not yet found the rhythm that made them dangerous last year. They have managed only 2 goals per game to this point. A visit from Tampa Bay may be the spark they need. The Lightning have been porous defensively, giving up 13 goals in their first 3 contests. Add in the fact that Tampa Bay will be skating on the second half of a back-to-back, and the advantage tilts further toward Washington's offense. This looks like an opportunity for the Capitals to rediscover their scoring touch and put a few pucks in the net. Tampa Bay, for all its defensive problems, has been productive at the other end of the ice. The Lightning averaged 3.33 goals per game through their first 3 outings. Much of that output has come from their stars, Nikita Kucherov, Braden Point, and Jake Guentzel, who continue to drive their attack. The Lightning are unlikely to be silenced here. They should keep pace on the scoreboard. The conditions point toward a game where both teams find success in the offensive zone. Washington is set up to break through against a tired and leaky defense, while Tampa Bay's firepower makes them a constant scoring threat. This matchup has all the ingredients for an open, high-scoring contest. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.